Today we'll be practicing our skill to use key details to help us to understand what the author is saying. And when we use our skill of finding key details in a text and the illustrations, we use both of them together, it will help us to understand, again, the text. The illustrations in the text provide the key details of what ant and grasshopper do each season. So these words here that are in the text, as well as the illustrations, provide the key details for us. More specifically, it allows us to find out what ant and grasshopper do each season. So let me see, how could I use this skill of key details? Let's look here at page 2. We can go back, and page 3. Let me read it.
"It is spring," said Ant. "It is time to plant a little garden."
Okay, so if I look at the key details of 1 being the text, it tells me it is spring. So definitely that tells me a key detail. What season is it? It's spring. And it also tells me that ant is planting a garden. I also see that grasshopper is playing with his ball. You see over here, while ant is working. I think pages 4 and 5 will show them in the summertime, because here they're showing them in what season. Okay, let's look a little bit closer. You see the flowers. They're blooming, which is spring. But what follows spring? Let's hope, though, if it's a sequence, meaning something that comes after something else, what comes after spring, that would be summer. So they are in the seasons in the book are in sequential order. Let's see if we're right. Yes, as you can see, I think we're on the right page, that we're in the right ballpark, especially on this page. On page 4, he has on his short sleeve shirt. He has on shorts. Everything is in full bloom. It's nice and green. The grass is green. Everything is blossoming. So the key details of the text, as well as the illustrations help us to understand the season of summer, like what we had predicted. Also, the key details on this page helps us to understand what season it's going to be. What 2 things do we look for when we're using key details? We look for the text, which are the words, as well as the illustration to help us better understand the story. And here we see where we went from summer to what comes next in a sequence. What will come next after summer? What season? Yes, that's correct. Fall will come next. So what I want you to do is point out some evidence in the text and maybe some illustrations to support the idea that we believe that this is fall. Okay? So it's a good idea to always use key details, such as reading the text and looking at the pictures to help you to better understand the story. In your journal, what you're going to do is Miss Jones would like for you to write a sentence by responding to the question. And that question is, why do you think Ant is working so hard all summer and fall? Why do you think he's working so hard? Is he going to get something? Is it because another season will come after the summer or the fall that will stop him or inhibit him from working? I would like to know your thoughts. So Ms. Jones would like for you to write a sentence or two and tell us, why do you think Anne is working so hard all summer and fall? Be sure to use capitalization, uppercase letter at the beginning of your sentence, just like the author did here. And at the end of the sentence, because you're going to be telling me information, I would like to see this punctuation mark here. Keep in mind, if you do not understand the directions, please go back and refer to them once again. If you need Miss Jones's help, be sure to raise your hand and keep your mouths closed while you are waiting to come to me, or I will come to you. If you're done, you may close up your journal and you may go and have a seat after returning all of your twos where they belong, as well as get your finished page and put it where it belongs. Thank you.